One. All right. So if you are watching my email or if you are keeping up with what I've got going on, you might have recognized that I'm doing something a little bit different this month. And so what we're going to do instead of an weekly Oracle card reading, I'm going to do a monthly Oracle card. And then there's going to be a couple of things that come along with that. So that Oracle card is going to lead the way for the blog post. And then for now, videos, but eventually in the next couple of months, a podcast and probably a couple of episodes to go along with the card and how we're going to work through it. And then maybe a meditation and some social media and some things along those lines to go along with it. I'm really excited about this. I think that by instead of doing a weekly Oracle card, by moving to the monthly, what this is going to allow us to do is really hear what we're being told, process it, work through it so that we can then get to that point of healing and happiness and finding the joy that we've been looking for. So I hope that you also love what we're going to try to do here. So for this month, the blog post is already up, and then you'll see there are going to be a series of 3 videos for the month of July. So this is the first of the 3 videos. The other 2 will come in the next couple of weeks. And then so I will share this. The card again is from the Angelic Lightwork deck by Elena Fairchild, and the card is perfect for what we're trying to do this month. It is called Break Into the Light. So even though that's the card, Break Into the Light, I've actually sort of themed the month call with the name Breaking Free and Finding Joy, because this whole thing is all about how we break free from the roadblocks, the challenges, the limiting beliefs, the things that are stopping you from moving forward. Because see you. I know that you are overwhelmed with responsibility and you are underwhelmed in terms of your personal satisfaction, your level of happiness, your level of joy. You are stuck on this stupid ass hamster wheel of responsibility and never ending to-do lists that have those things that you have to do, that have to be done for you, for your partner, for your kids, for your parents, for your family, for your work, for your community. Everyone and everything needs a piece of you. This is leaving you feeling overworked and stressed out and underappreciated. You are ready for a breakthrough. You are ready for a journey of joy and self-discovery. Maybe you're ready for a journey of rediscovery, depending on where you are in your season of life. So we're going to dig into this a little bit. And remember, this is the first of the first of 3 videos that will be coming out. So for this first one, we're going to talk about sort of just understanding, recognizing, embracing what this might look like. And so we're going to talk about what are the thieves of your joy. And then we're going to talk about in the next one, breaking free. And then the following one is embracing positive transformation. So for today, it is, what are your joy thieves? What are the things that are stopping you from moving forward in a way that makes sense for you? So I will tell you, there are 4 main culprits for all of us, and they might hit you all 4 of them all of the time, or they might come and go here and there, or it might just be that one doesn't really bother me ever, but this one is a really big one for me. So it's just a matter of where that works for you. There's a cat joining us. So let's talk about those 4 things. The first one is overcommitment. So this is saying yes to everyone all the time. You either don't want to hurt your feelings, you feel like it is your job to do all of the things for all of those people. You are using your downtime, your evenings, your weekends, your holidays to catch up on work instead of doing the things that are fun and relaxing and rejuvenating. You are constantly prioritizing maybe your work, maybe your responsibilities over your well-being. You are generally taking on more than you can handle. Sound familiar? The second one is perfectionism. I don't really want to talk about this one because, I'm guilty. Let's just call it that. I am guilty. And it's something that I will always probably have to work on for my entire life. It's a thing that I'm going to have to keep control of. So this might look like you being highly critical of yourself. This might look like you setting really unrealistic expectations of yourself and then quitting because you do not achieve them at a full, like 100%. So you're not worried about the you're not considering the progress that you're making. You're only saying, I didn't achieve the goal, so I quit. This might look like spending excessive amounts of time planning, writing, rewriting, things that are not even of a huge consequence. It might look like avoiding or procrastinating something because you just don't think that you can do it very well. It might be you spending too much time dwelling on past mistakes or feeling stressed out because you don't believe that you can be successful at something. And so you're just giving up rather than making progress. Remember, my friend, this is progress, not perfection. And then the third one is comparison. So this one is really interesting because I think we've all been there, especially in this world that we currently live in with social media. We have this automatic reflex that we are looking at the highlight reels of all of the people around us, all of their positives, all of their accomplishments, how successful their relationships are, how they get these great vacations, and how their career is so amazing, and their kids are so wonderful, and their marriage or their partnership is just phenomenal. And then you start to feel like they're doing so much better than you are. And then that creates doubts about who you are and what you are accomplishing. Do you ever feel like you get left behind when a friend is promoted or gets a new car or a nice vacation? Do you compare your looks or your fitness level or your material possessions or where you're at in your career against where other people are and what they have? Do you ever feel like you are inadequate when you look at somebody else, where they're at in their life? I think this is something that everybody does. It's hard not to, and you've got to think about it, especially as you're constantly seeing the social media scrolls and those highlight reels, because that's all we're seeing, right? We're only seeing the best, the most positive things. Nobody's airing their dirty laundry. They're not throwing that out there. They're not talking about the fight that they had with their partner or what a jerk their kid was to them that morning, or the thing that they're not killing at work or any of those positive things. They're only showing you the absolute best. And so you have to remember that that is rainbows and butterflies. We're not trying to be there. We're not trying to be that. And so be real, be authentic, and recognize that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And that is okay. And then the last one, the fourth one, is neglecting self-care. Turns out this is my jam. So if you are ignoring what you should be doing for yourself in order to show up as your best self, then sister, join the club. We are all doing that at some point in our life, and almost all the points in our lives. So this is not about like going to the spa or getting your nails done. This is about taking care of your foundations, your sleep, your nutrition, your movement, your health. It might be about you not currently setting boundaries and letting people know what you are willing to do or what you are willing to tolerate from them. This is most often about you not managing your mental and emotional health. It's not taking the time to manage your stress and your relaxation and your rejuvenation. You have to do those things for you in order to show up as your best self. So, those are your four things. Do any of them sound familiar? Is it ringing true for you? Maybe not all of them all of the time, right? Maybe they're not all four coming in hot and heavy all of the time. But I bet all of them or some of them are coming in some of the time. And it's likely something along the lines of a merry-go-round, picture like on a playground, a merry-go-round spinning around out of control. Things are jumping on, things are jumping off, things are jumping on, things are jumping off. That is exactly what's happening here. Those are your roadblocks, those are your challenges, those are the things that are stopping you from moving forward. And again, it also could just not be all of those things. It could be one of those things, but it is coming in hot. And it is that roadblock, it is that stop that is not letting you get past it. And almost always this comes out of some sort of fear that cycles back around and brings one of these areas or all of these areas back into you. So for this week, this is what I want you to focus on for you. Which of these areas are impacting you? Which of these areas do you maybe feel like you're failing in or not doing as well as you could be? Which one of these are standing in your way? Which one of these could use some improvement? What does that look like for you? And then, that's all I want you to do. What is the impact? Understand it, recognize it, start looking for some patterns. And then in the next video, we're going to talk about how do we start taking steps towards breaking free. Yeah, sound like a plan. And this is why I think this is going to work. Rather than trying to do all of that in one week, we're going to break it out and we're going to put some time and effort into it. So for this week, start looking for those patterns. All right. And then if you haven't seen it yet, my next virtual sister circle is coming up. It is on July 10th. It is 8 p.m. This is a space where you find connection with other women who are struggling with the same things that you are, because most of us are struggling with the same things. So this is about finding supportive community and releasing that crap that just isn't serving you anymore. It is about prioritizing yourself so that you feel better and you show up for the rest of the world just a little bit brighter than you were the day before. I think I said this again, but it's virtually, it's virtual, it's on Zoom. It is only $8 and the space is limited. I like to keep this sort of a tight, close-knit group so that we do feel like we are not being judged. We are supporting one another and we are getting something out of it. So do not miss this. July 10th, 8 p.m., $8. You can register on my website, www.drtanyab.com, and I will put the link in the notes. So I hope that you have a great week. Let me know what I can do to help you. Reach out if you need something. I'm always here for you. So I'll see you later. I love you.